Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for the collective. Welcome, collective. Since this is a general reading, I'm tuning into general energies and not one person's specific energies. If you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energies, you are welcome to schedule an appointment with me. The link to schedule an appointment is in the description box below. Right now, there's a lot of openings in the manifesting space. There's always psychic readings, but right now, maybe manifesting a new home, your next steps, manifesting for 2023. I'm also, as we step into the holidays, a lot of times a reading around clearing family energy and perfection energy and looking at unresolved family issues so you can have an easier Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate, especially since in the Northern Hemisphere, the energy is winter going within, getting quieter, kind of a hibernating feel energetically, and yet our social schedule opens up and gets more active. And so it for those who are really sensitive, it's very confusing, or it can be, or overwhelming. And so looking at a holiday clearing type of energy, that would just be under the psychic reading. Also, those of you interested in a house healing, house clearing, maybe your house has had construction recently, or you're selling your house. And so shifting the energy so you can make that as beneficial for you as possible, as well as cord cutting if you've had a breakup. Those are the readings that a lot of people are coming in for recently. So I thought I would let you know that those options are available and many more options. So, all right, collective, let's get into it. In the past, you were in the energy of Five of Cups, emotional loss, grief. Yeah, this does feel like, I mean, this created a lot of despair and disconnect. This for your life feels like the picture I'm getting is, when you're riding a bike and someone puts like a pole into the spokes and you just like do an endo because it's so abrupt and unseen. That's what this feels like boom, wow, whoa. It feels like overnight. I'm sure it's not overnight, but that your life radically shifted. And I'm getting that this is a fated event because the universe has a new opportunity for you. And if you are still in this connection, you wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't receive this offering. Maybe there's something about this connection that kept you at a vibration that was incompatible for the opportunities that are coming down the pike for you. Feels like very tangible opportunities, something around your abundance, your career, your prosperity. I get the feeling that this connection ended because their energy, it feels like it was pulling back, or as long as you were with this energy, it was keeping you from expanding. It was keeping you from becoming more you. Wow. All right. So collective, in present energy, you are in the energy of temptation. The devil. All right. Okay. What are you being tempted with? Yeah, there's something that's coming along now in present time that you're having to make a decision about. But it's like you've got blinders on, and there's something about not being able to see the decisions clearly. Feels like this opportunity in the past, why this relationship didn't work, and this opportunity that was being, it feels like it's between going forward into a new, very new energy, whatever that is, and old energy, stuck energy. Okay. There's someone in the present energies. So time is pretty flexible. This is a general reading. And so for some of you, I get that this has already happened. For some of you, it's about ready to, like on the precipice. And some of you, this is down the road. So take what resonates. There's someone coming in, someone who's very heart-centered. And coming in with an offering. And it looks like you're not wanting to accept this offering. Let's see why. Are you, I don't feel, as I tune into, so the cards right now, I'm tuning into this Ace or Knight of Cups. And then here you are, collective, not receiving that offer. It doesn't feel like this. Sometimes I would read, or at times I could read this as the temptation. I don't feel that this Knight of Cups is a bad, has that devil energy. I get this feeling like right now, it feels like your energy is a little dense, that you are feeling that constriction, feeling that compaction of the energy. You might be facing a lot of your own karma is coming up. You're looking at unhealthy patterns and breaking cycles. It feels a lot more exhausting than you think. It feels like a lot of spiritual work. You might be, even while you're sleeping, on the astral, doing a lot of work. So if you are feeling tired and sluggish right now, be gentle with yourself. Right now, it feels like these energies and what's going on is making you feel a lack of direction. For some of you, you're feeling a lack of direction, and some of you are like, I'm going to make this work, like trying to control an outcome. Also, what's interesting is this is a very creative time with a lot of creative opportunities coming in. And that's what it doesn't feel like a romantic offering, even though it's a Knight of Cups. It feels like a someone who is in that heart space. I think why it might be difficult for you right now to receive anything is that it feels like you are in your emotions, and there's this fear of, that's okay. It feels like this connection in the past was, as I said, so very painful for you. And even if it's a friendship, when someone comes in offering something from the heart space, there's just right now you're guarded, fearful of getting hurt again, fearful of falling for, I get the feeling that this person, this connection in the past, that they had a way of manipulating you. And it feels like I'll just keep everyone at a distance so nobody can manipulate me, as a defensive tactic and as a temporary tactic until you heal. That, that could be very effective. However, you're at this crossroads between old energy going back and new energy. That's what it is. You're okay. All right, finally. Took me a while to get the full message here. What I'm getting is you are in a very sensitive spot in between new energy and old energy. You've been in this old energy. You can feel, and you've been making more and more choices in this new energy. It's kind of like two spheres, and you're deciding, and it feels like you might be going back and forth a bit right now. And that could be very confusing as you develop, because you feel like, oh, I'm in the new energy. I feel great. I've let that stuff go in the past. Fantastic. I'm in this new space. And then all of a sudden something comes up, a shadow, a new lesson, and it pulls you back into an old way of being, into that old energy. So just keep making choices. Be gentle on yourself. This is a very pivotal time. You're in a lot of transformation. To make a discerning choice from your intuition, your higher guidance. If you want to make decisions from your intuition, then when you are in a highly emotional state, it is not a good time to make a choice. When you are highly emotionally charged, the decisions that you make from an emotionally charged space are not grounded. It's hard to work with those energies. When you are grounded and you are clear and in your intuition, then you can make a better choice. And I get right now, you are learning to discern. This is very empowering, actually. You are learning to discern between temptation energy that pulls you into that older energy, and new energy. I'm also getting that if you say no to someone who's meant to be with you, or is meant to, they'll come back. If something is really meant for you, just because you say no once, if it's really meant for you, it'll keep coming back. So there's no need, a fear of, what if I say no to someone and they're really the right, like that type of, I'd rather say yes to everyone for, fear. So that's the opposite side. Protecting yourself and saying no to everything and every offer and everyone to protect yourself, and fearful of missing out on an opportunity. So saying yes to everyone. There's feels like you're making a lot of decisions right now out of fear of repeating patterns, or fear of missing the next thing. And that's not a very grounded space to make really empowered decisions. So finding empowerment, not needing anything, finding that space where you feel the most you, and making a decision from there. And if you can't find that space, you just can't make the decision yet. There's no need to rush a decision. I'm also hearing to enjoy this transition more, not needing to be through it. Feels like there's going to be a lot of transitioning and of energies and frequencies, and to enjoy as much as possible the entirety, the journey, not trying to get to a destination. Your life isn't about getting to some space. It's about being right where you are. How do you to get the most out of right where you are without needing it to be changed? So what popped out was the High Priestess. Yes, being in your intuition. You have access to intuition, divine feminine energy. You have an ability to trust yourself. There's some kind of rushing that people might have in the past would ask that you rush a decision. Take space with this. This is very important. This learning how to make a decision, not having to get it perfectly, learning how, when you make a decision, when you are highly emotional, and then see how that goes, versus making choices from a more grounded, open space, and see how that turns out. It feels like oftentimes it's not about being perfect and doing things perfectly. It's about getting curious about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Learning about how to create, how to make decisions. This feels like how to make decisions. Feels like in the past, the decision was kind of made for you. There was the bar in the bike wheel, and you did an endo, and so now the energy is saying, without having to have a tower moment to get you to move, how can you make decisions that are best for you right now? Wow. All right. Yes. So you're releasing attachments, you're releasing codependency and dependency. So anything that feels like neediness people, you need someone, or they need you. If there's something about not letting that neediness or someone else's neediness to trigger you to make a decision. There's a lot of beautiful, feels like each of you are, even though we're talking about making decisions, each of you have a nuanced aspects of things that you're ready to let go about around indecision. That staying in the constant state of indecision is a decision. Not making a choice is making a choice. In philosophy, I remember, any of you have taken philosophy 101, there's the, you're on a train in a very narrow tunnel or some type of, there's nowhere to move on either side of the train. On the tracks ahead, there's a split, and if the train continues along this path, the train will run over a group of people. If you turn this direction, it runs over one, and maybe this one person can cure cancer, something like that, like philosophical debates. And you can't not choose. You choosing to not choose and running over people or not, that is a choice. You can't not choose. It feels like there are a lot of people who are avoiding making choices and decisions. They're avoiding responsibility and accountability. And there's something really powerful in the collective around how to make decisions. Beautiful. All right, a family pattern the collective's looking at right now is Two of Pentacles, movement, choices, decisions. Family. Oh, okay, this is a family pattern. Oh, wow, this is like a scorched earth policy in that's a family pattern. I get the feeling that it's when there are breakups in your family or big disagreements with people, friends, family, in relationships, that wow, that there's burning bridges. There's a lot of burning bridges behind people. What's an example of this? Almost purposely ruining a connection because you want it over. Like saying something, doing something because you don't want, on some level, you were like, I don't want this connection anymore. I don't know how to decide. I don't know how to communicate my decision that I don't want to be around this person anymore. And so there is this cruelty to make them repulse, like destroying the connection, obliterating it. Does, yeah, scorched earth. There's just nothing left. There's no coming back. It feels very confusing for both parties involved. It feels very wrapped up in not knowing how to make a mature decision and like owning the responsibility. It's kind of like provoking the person you no longer want the connection with, or you don't enjoy the connection with, instead of saying this isn't working, something about like a discussion that I don't want this connection any longer. Instead, there's just a destroying anything that made that connection wonderful, hurting, a wounding of that person, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, possibly even physically wounding, and then leaving, just completely shutting, like that person didn't exist, obliterating that, making it impossible. It feels like self-sabotage, honestly, at the basis. That it feels, anybody who's been involved in this and received the scorched earth policy, it's so confusing and hurtful. And I'm seeing that the basis of this is actually self-sabotage by the one doing the scorched earth. It comes from a lack of maturity, definitely. An inability to make a decision and communicate from that. That's kind of a mature way. And it is definitely manifesting from emotions, hurting, causing pain. It is creating from really intense emotions instead of making a decision from a grounded space. This feels like someone who's not comfortable with emotions. And so it's very confusing so they just throw everything out, the whole relationship. There's an inability to yeah, boy, there's just so much pain there and so many layers. The personal issue coming up right now is throat chakra. Yes, I've been feeling this as well. So throat chakra is right here. It's your energetic center for communication. I've been feeling a lot of tension. Tension in the throat, tension in the neck. People who've come in for personal readings also have been having neck and shoulder tension as well. Okay. There's something about a personal issue, how you communicate around your finances, how you communicate. Yeah, this is confusing because, especially in this day and age, I suppose in any day and age, where you want to appear as prosperous, as abundant. And why I say this day and age, because social media and who's got what, and there's a lot of falseness around being perceived some particular way. And it feels like feels like you might be communicating a lot around your lack, around what you don't have. And it feels very specifically around finances. Could also in work, home, and health. There's just watching, be mindful of how you are speaking. Are you speaking to yourself, your thoughts, and to others from a place of lack about your finances? And the suggestion is around remembering that if you are focusing on finances, I need more money, I need more this, I've got these bills to pay. If that's your focus, it's not from a place of abundance, it's coming from a place of lack. Finances flow much more freely and abundantly when you're doing something that you are passionate about, when you are having fun doing what you are doing, somehow shifting. Only you can figure out, like, how can I shift this and enjoy my day? How can I make this fun? How can I bring my light into whatever it is that I'm doing for my job? How can I be myself? How can I shine my light? There's something about joy and enjoying what you do that brings your light into whatever that is and attracts others. So a kind of a manifesting tweaking of a personal issue. All right. Your conscience, what you would do if no one would judge you. You would end a cycle, universe. You would end a cycle. Oh, I'm getting around that old energy, new energy, and that some of you are feeling definitely wanting that new energy, but also feeling the pull of the old energies. And I'm getting that this is normal. There's nothing wrong with this, just noticing, making decisions from that space. Yeah, a lot of you are closing cycles on your own ego issues, and closing cycles around on connections that are based on someone else's ego. There's a lot of that devil energy, that codependency and dependency energy that is being released right now. This could be in regards to a connection or connections. This could be someone texting you and you can just feel that they're just like they're so needy, like a friend or a coworker. And before, you always felt like, I'm nice, I feel like I need to be there for this person. And I feel like there are lots of little decisions and big decisions around who is draining your energy. It's time for that ego, for all of our egos, to come into balance, to release toxic ego patterns in ourselves, and clearing connections with those who want to stay in that cycle. You can't wish change upon, you can hope for growth and healing, but everybody has the individual decision to change or not to change. That's their decision. And maybe they aren't meant to change. Maybe they aren't meant to change in this lifetime. Maybe they aren't meant to change for another couple of years. Maybe there are more lessons, more darkness that they're going to explore. And so we don't know. We can't judge other people's paths. As a collective, it definitely, for a while, the people in recent years have been showing up really strong egos, really strong toxic egos, even leaders, very prominent figureheads. And it's given us all an opportunity to makes choices. As an energy is ready to die out, change, be released, then it gets bigger before it leaves. It gets louder. And I feel like we've been seeing a lot of, and maybe even you can even acknowledge, like, I've felt some toxic ego stuff in the past years come up for myself. Maybe even part of this loss and the heartache and the suddenness and shock, part of that is, it was an ego hit. You got rejected. And there's some trauma response to being rejected, and your ego, how you are being perceived by others, and how that affects how you feel about yourself. There's a lot of work for all of us to do, not just those who are really staying in that ego energy. We all have plenty of room for improvement. All right, your desire right now is wisdom. Ooh, there's a desire to create something new, taking what you've learned and building something new and wonderful, making connections, finding a soul family, your tribe, your people. Maybe you've never felt that before, like a real belongingness. Right now, that finding a family, finding people who you resonate with, that you get along with so well, that might feel like a fantasy right now. The more you come into alignment and act on your values and your core beliefs, then the more you will be visible to your soul tribe. This type of soul tribe, soul family, these are people who want you, not because of something you can provide them, not because they need you or you've got something that they need. This is someone who sees you, sees your light, sees you very clearly, accepts your shadow aspects, and wants to co-create, wants to see you succeed, not so they can gain some benefit, but they really just, they want to see you succeed. They have that joy, and it feels similar. You want to see them succeed. There's no competition in this. There's wanting to see your soul tribe, each person grow, evolve, become more themselves, and have fulfillment and satisfaction, even if their energy, moves away. There's not a taking that personally. There's rejoicing that each person is following their path and following their intuition. Boy, that's beautiful. All right. In the heart of your reading, in the center, your higher self is in the energy of heart chakra. So heart chakra is right here. It is the energetic center that describes you being you, very individual to you. It holds your personal information. It looks like right now you're still, there's this block of like, oh, because you have not really felt that belongingness, because you have suffered a lot of hardships and disconnections, very painful disconnection or disconnections, that right now it feels like you might be aimlessly wandering and feeling that, am I going to be alone forever? That's kind of what I'm hearing. Like, am I going to have this separate type of feeling for a long time? And what I'm getting is that this was purposely orchestrated in the past, this disconnecting from this connection, the people, not just person, but people and jobs and relationships and situations that you are disconnecting from and no longer wanting to share your energy with it. Yes, it is like a clearing out. And so with all these people, these energies and situations leaving your space, it's kind of like, is there anybody left? Is there anybody in there? And so, yes, but what you are doing now is working on you, raising your vibration, healing and shifting. It feels like a very important aspect of learning how to be more stable in your new core frequency. And then people will start coming in that who match. Just because you don't sense these people right now, it feels like they will, at some point, it will be like, oh my, so many people showing up unexpectedly to help you. Help is on the way. That's what I'm getting. Your challenge right now is authority, the emperor. Your challenge is to, be senior in your space, to protect your energy. As your vibration rises, those who are unhealed and dense are going to want to glom off your energy. They don't know how to change. They don't know how to heal. They just see, on some level, they feel your light, and I'm getting that is not how to help someone. That's not how to help someone. How to help someone heal is they have to go through the difficulty of not siphoning off of someone else's energy. They have to learn how to switch from being kind of a black hole of neediness and using other people's energies, and learning how to heal that black hole energy within themselves and become a light source for themselves and whatever they want to create. So right now, your challenge is to protect your energy, to release. This could be a great time for energetic cord cutting, releasing matching energies. Anywhere you are matching people that you're repulsed or trying to, if you try to resist people, that attracts their energy more. So there's a lot of energetic ways to clear your energy. Yeah, and you can't do it for others. They have to do it for themselves. All right. The lesson right now, collective, is suffering in silence. Oh, this came up this morning. This is 9 of Swords. When you are in a highly charged emotional state, when you're stuck in a storyline and those emotions, it is difficult to sleep. There's something about sleeping that's coming in here, like sleep suggestions. So do you really have to give whatever it is, whatever storyline, whatever it is that you feel you have to constantly keep going over and over in your head, reliving a trauma, reliving some painful situation, some situation where someone did you wrong, something highly kind of charged. If you know that about yourself, that you stay in that and you are also having sleep issues, that could be it. The more deciding, making a better decision about where you're going to focus your attention and your energy and your thoughts during the day. It could even, your sleep could also, it feels like emotions and thoughts kind of combined, being charged. There's also, I'm also getting for sleep that there's, the more you are uncomfortable and not enjoying life and you want to escape where you are right now, maybe you want to speed it up, or I'm waiting until things shift. The more you're trying to escape and not be where you are right now, the more you are distracting, escaping, numbing out, those type of strategies, then you're not really being fully present. You're not being fully attentive to the emotions that are coming up. You are not in your body. You are trying to avoid being grounded and present. And then that is causing difficulty sleeping, because when you sleep, you leave your consciousness leaves that physical body and you go on the astral. But if you spend your day not really being in your body very much, then you're already not in your body. You're kind of behind it, or just kind of maybe like I'm in my body, but you're not in your body. You're with it. And so then when you sleep, you only get out a little bit and you don't have a very restful sleep. The more you meditate, the more you allow yourself to be in touch with all aspects of your body and your mind and your emotions just as they are, and be very present, not trying to change anything, not judging it, just being with exactly how things are, then the more you are in your body, you are fully in. And the more fully in your body you are, then at night you can fully leave your body. You can fully rest. You can have extended periods of time of restful sleep. So there's those two issues around sleep that are lessons that are coming up now. Hope that's helpful for some of you having some sleep issues. Advice, truth. Mm. Mm. Someone's being weighed. Yeah, the truth. Someone's coming clean or someone's caught. Some secrets are coming out. The truth is coming out. For some, people are going to come clean. And for others, the truth is coming out despite their trying to keep these secrets and deception. Wow. Why is this the advice? There's some truth that's coming in quickly. Wow. Communication around truth. It's going so fast. This message feels very fast. Email feels unexpected. What's funny is I get this feeling that you're bored, feeling stuck when this happens. Like nothing changes, nothing happens, and I'm like, yeah, this is the way things are. It's like you know how the rest of your day, the rest of your week, there's nothing, and then boom, this comes in, and it just opens up. I can't tell, is this a good truth or I just feel my heart space going, oh. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I get the feeling that somehow this affects you, the truth coming out. It doesn't feel like something that you've done is coming up, being uncovered. It feels like this is part of balancing the scales, having this truth come out. The suggestion I'm getting is to stay in your truth, to create clear boundaries, use direct communication, be very clear about this. It feels like this has some emotional impact, this truth. It feels like you're inviting the truth in. And, oh, interest, yes. There's something also about how the truth coming out gives you a lot of hope and releases worry. It might even help you sleep. I have a feeling that when this truth is revealed, that people will reach out to you. And yeah, the predictive kind of nature of this, it feels like some of you might be having a solar plexus chakra reaction, like feeling that this might take away some control that you feel in your environment, and make you feel unempowered by surprises. But what I'm getting is this is going to correct an imbalance. This is going to create a realignment and self-healing. So I think not getting into like trying to control an outcome or what you want this truth to be, but just inviting from the universe and your guides any information, any news that brings realignment and healing is welcome and is appreciated. So, whew. All right, collective, this is your reading. I hope this was helpful. Take care. I just want to say again, I really appreciate all your comments and your likes. And I'm noticing that each of you, some of you are commenting on each other's comments and liking each other's comments. And that just makes me so happy that we can create a supportive space for each other and our growth. So take care, everybody. Bye.